Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be reading some Charlie and Lola books, so I'm going to show you which ones I'm going to read. I'm going to read I Am Not Sleepy and I Will Not Go to Bed. But I've used all my pocket change, and both of these books are by Lauren Child. So let's get started. I'm going to be reading this one first because this one is my favorite book ever, except for one of the books. I got these at the library, so yeah. Alright, let's get started. And there's a little duck balloon and a green piggy bank and a book, and that was my Alright. But I've used all my pocket change. And then there's a little thing, the little seal. I have the sister Lola. She is small and very funny. Today Lola is really excited because Granny and Grandpa are taking us both to the zoo. I can't wait to see the seals. Charlie, bark, bark. This is the picture. When we are getting ready, Lola says, "What are we going to buy from the zoo shop, Charlie? I'm getting a completely good seal toy for the bath, just like Lotta's." And I say, I'd really like one of those books that show where all the animals are from. Then I say, "Lola, you can't eat your tangerine now. Mom packed it for lunch. You're never very good at saving things for later." "Yes, I am, Charlie." And I say, "You are not." This is pictures. The little seal. They're their tangerines in the piggy bank and the lunchbox and stuff. And the cameras. When you read a book, you never wait to the end. You always skip ahead. "Oh no, now I know what happens." And at bath time, you always finish all the bubbles. "Oh no, it's all empty." These are the pictures. And in the car on the way to the zoo, I say, "Maybe you shouldn't eat your sandwich now, Lola. You should save it for later." But Lola just says, "Charlie, what is in this box?" "It's a camera. Dad bought some for us so we could take pictures of the animals at the zoo." "Oh, look at that, Charlie. Click, click, click." I say, "Lola, the camera is not just clicking, it's taking photographs." And Lola says, "Oh, okay, Charlie." And this is the pictures. And the pictures that Lola took too. And the camera, the lunchbox, and bag. Granny and Grandpa stopped at the park so Lola and I could feed the ducks. I break off little pieces of bread, but Lola throws all of hers straight into the pond. Lola says, "I've run out of bread, Charlie. Please, may I have some of yours?" I say, "All right, Lola." And this is them at the duck stuff and all the ducks and the bread and all that. When we get to the zoo, Granny and Grandpa say, "We can take a look at any animal we want." I say, "Lola, look at the giraffes." "Oh, they're especially good," says Lola. "But my clicky camera is completely filled up." Charlie. Please could I borrow yours? Click, click, click. And I say, okay, Lola, but just take one photo because I really want to photograph the anteaters and the armadillos. There's the giraffes in the picture that Lola took of them. And Lola and Charlie and Lola taking pictures. Then Lola says, I'm going to ask Granny if I can buy a zoo balloon. And I say, don't you think you should save your pocket money if you want to buy your seal toy at the zoo shop later? But I got lots of money, Charlie, says Lola. And there are all the balloons. Lola with her balloon, and then Charlie and Lola. Hi, Lilo. At lunchtime, Lola says, Charlie, please can I have some of your sandwich? But Lola, you've already had yours. Please, Charlie, I say you could have a little. Please, Charlie, I say you could have a little bit. Lola says, I'm going to buy some pink milk because I really am extremely thirsty. I say, Lola, you won't have anything left to spend in the zoo shop. Oh, yes, I will, Charlie. I still have a little bit of money. And this is them on the bench eating the food, her balloon, and then Charlie and Lola with the balloon and the strawberry milk. When we get to the seal tank, Lola says, oh, bark, bark. Can I borrow your camera, Charlie? I absolutely must take a photograph of the seals. Yes, I say. But you can only take one photo because I'm saving them for the armadillos. Click, click, click. Lola. Oops, Charlie. Sorry, Charlie. I used it up by accident. And this is the seals and the photos that she took. And the balloon. And the 3 seals over there on the rock. At the zoo shop, Lola says, now I must go find my seal toy. And I say, look, Lola, this is a complete animal atlas. It has all the animals and where they are from. There is an elephant, an armadillo, and a bald eagle. Somebody ripped the page. But this is about the gift shop. And this is supposed to be a bald eagle, but somebody ripped it. So, yeah. But Lola isn't listening. Instead, she says, the man said I didn't have enough money for my seal toy. I say, that's because he spent all your pocket money on those other things. So I say, here you are, Lola, and can have some of my money. And Lola says, oh, thank you ever so much, Charlie. And of course the rip is also on this page because it ripped on this page. So this is her with her seal toy. For Charlie giving Lola money and Lola hugging Charlie. And the rip. On the way home, Lola says, are there any seals in your animal book, Charlie? And I say, I didn't buy the book because I didn't have enough money. Lola says, I thought you had lots of money because you saved up. No, Lola, I say, I didn't have enough money for the book after I gave you the money for your seal toy. And this is them in the car after the zoo. There's Charlie sad and Lola happy about her seal toy. And the balloon still. The next day, Lola starts to save things up. Whenever we get pocket money, Lola puts her straight into her piggy bank, and she doesn't skip to the end of her book anymore. I'll save this for later, in one of these and this. So, she's saving her tangerine, or orange, the cookies, and the pink milk. And this is her not skipping to the end of the book. And when she gets pocket money, she puts it straight away into her piggy bank. Next page. When we go to the duck pond, Lola only uses a little bit of her bread, and she even gives some to me. I say, "Thanks, Lola. I've nearly saved up enough pocket money to buy an animal atlas when Dad takes us to the bookshop. I'm definitely going to buy it." And Lola says, "I've been saving up too, Charlie. I might buy a book about seals. Bark, bark." And this is set at the duck pond again, talking about their pocket money and the bookshop. And there's a swan right there. At the bookshop, I say, "Oh no, this costs more than the book in the zoo shop. I haven't got enough money." "Don't worry, Charlie," says Lola. "You can have some of my pocket money because I've saved lots." "Thank you, Lola," I say. And this is Charlie with his book, Lola with her book. This is Lola giving Charlie money so Charlie can buy the book, the animal atlas. Then I say, "Ugh, what's in that pocket of what's that in your pocket, Lola?" "It's my tangerine, Charlie. I've been saving it up just in case we need a snack." And this is with the tangerine for orange. And the book ripped again, but yes. And that is all for this book. So now we'll move on to this book. I am not sleepy, and I will not go to bed. Okay. And yes. Hey guys, so it's the next day. So I'm going to be reading. I am not sleepy, and I will not go to bed. Because we just read, but I've used all my pocket change, Charlie and Lola books. And these are, all the Charlie and Lola books are by Lauren Child. I think they're all by her, but let's get started. I am not sleepy and I will not go to bed by Lauren Child. And this is like the pajamas. I have this little sister Lola. She is small and very funny. Sometimes I have to keep an eye on her. Sometimes Mom and Dad ask me to try and get her off to bed. This is a hard job because Lola likes to stay up late. I accidentally kicked the camera. Sorry. This is Lola on the couch. This is Charlie. This is the couch and the pink pillows. And the text and the wallpaper and the floor. And the floorboards. Lola likes to stay up coloring and scribbling and sticking and wiggling and bouncing and most of all, chattering. So this is Lola doing all the things that she does when she stays up. Got drawing. Drawing, scribbles, coloring, and scribbling, and sticking, and wiggling, and bouncing, and chatting. Usually when I ask Lola Usually when I say, Lola, Mom says it's time for bed, she says, no, I am not sleepy and I will not go to bed. I say, but all the birds have gone to sleep, she says. But I am not a bird, Charlie. So this is Lola being a bird, and then that's Charlie. And that's the floor, that's the branch. Sorry about the background noise. Yeah. But you must be slightly sleepy, Lola, I say. Lola says, I am not slightly sleepy. At 6 or 7 or 8, and I am still wide awake at 9, and I am not at all tired at 10, 11, 12, and I will probably still be creaky at even 13 o'clock in the morning. 13 o'clock. Lola says she never gets tired. This is the illustrations. There's Lola and all the clocks and watches. One night I said, but if there's no bedtime, there can be no bedtime drink. If it's strawberry milk tonight, Lola really likes strawberry milk. Are you sure you don't want to go to bed? But Charlie, says Lola, if I have strawberry milk, the tigers want strawberry milk too. Tigers, I ask. What tigers? The tigers at the table, Charlie. They are waiting for their bedtime drink. Tigers are very cross if they have to wait. And this is Charlie, and this is Lola, and that's the strawberry milk, and the lamp, and all the kitchen stuff in the background, and the pink kitchen wall. So I make strawberry milk for Lola and 3 tigers. And this is the 3 tigers. I'm going to name this Gregory, Frank, and Dottie. And then we have Lola here. And I'll drink in the strawberry milk with the blue lamp in the background. And the orange floor, of course. Then I say, let's go brush our teeth. So Lola says, but Charlie, I can't brush my teeth because somebody is using my toothbrush. But who would use your toothbrush, I ask. Lola says, I think it's that lion. I saw a lion with my toothbrush. Now he's brushing his teeth with it. But isn't this your toothbrush, Lola, I ask. Oh, says Lola, he must be using yours. And this is the illustrations. Lola with her toothbrush, and the toothbrush and toothpaste, and Charlie and Lola. So Lola and one lion brush their teeth. There's the lion. We're gonna name him Frank the second. Frank the second is here. I think I named one of the tigers Frank, I don't remember. Then Lola, and then the pink background, and the brown floor. Then I say, you have to take a bath. You look a bit grumbly. Who says Lola. Mom does, I say. She's coming to check in 1 minute. And then what do you think Lola says? But Charlie, I can't have a bath because of the whales. What whales? I asked, looking around. the whales swimming in the bathtub. They're taking up all the room. Sorry. She says, well, what do you want me to do about it? I asked. Maybe you will have to help me shoo one of them down the drain, says Lola. So I help Lola shoo one whale down the drain. And this is the Bubbles and the Sponge and Lola and then Charlie. This is the picture. Next page. And then Lola hops into the tub. There's Lola in the tub and then the whale. Then the bathtub and the pink background in the ground floor. Now, Lola, I say, where are your pajamas? I don't have any pajamas, Charlie. She says. I say, what about these under your pillow? Those are not my pajamas, says Lola, shaking her head. Oh, no. Those pajamas belong to 2 dancing dogs. What do you think they will let you just borrow their... Well, do you think they would let you just borrow their pajamas, I ask. Maybe, says Lola, but you will have to call them on the telephone and ask. Sorry about messing up some of the words. So this is the pajamas. Pajamas in Charlie's hand. Charlie, Lola, and the towel. Green background and blue background. And off I go to call the 2 dancing dogs. They say the pajamas suit you better than them. You can wear them whenever you like. Oh, what are they saying? Lola asks. They say the pajamas suit you better than them. You can wear them whenever you like. That's nice of them, she asks. She says. It was weird because it's on the same page and I didn't see this, so I said this before I said that. So sorry about that. There's Charlie. There's Lola in the towel. And that's the telephone and the mirror. In the green and pink background. Oh. And so Lola gets into her pajamas, and the 2 dancing dogs are there. There's Lola, and then her bed, and that's Charlie's bed, I think. And then we're going to name this dancing dog Lily, and this one Mark. At last, Lola is ready for bed, and I say, now Lola, I've given 3 tigers their strawberry milk, and I watched a lion use my toothbrush, and I shooed 1 whale down the drain, and telephoned 2 dancing dogs about pajamas. Now, will you please hop into bed? Lola says, yes, Charlie, I'm hopping. Strawberry milk, pajamas, toothbrush, and the drain, and then Lola, and like a little, or late. And there's a rip in the page. But Charlie, says Lola. Oh, don't tell me. I say, I bet I can guess there's a hippopotamus in your bed. And do you know what? Lola says. Don't be silly, Charlie. I wouldn't let a hippopotamus into my bed. There's Charlie. There's Lola. There's a pillow with the words. And that's Lola's bed. In the picture. But I think there's one in yours, says Lola, as she snuggles under her covers. Good night, Charlie. Good night, hippopotamus. Good night, Lola. And then this is the picture. This is Lola in her bed. The hippopotamus in Charlie's bed. Charlie. Lola. Or the hippopotamus. I think this is Lola. That's hippopotamus. This is the last page, I think. And those are the pictures. And so that's the last page with like everything on it. And that is all for today's video. I hope you love it. And yeah, have a wonderful day. Bye. And sorry I haven't like posted in like 5 days. Anyways, bye.